Hey, 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 hey! What's
Hello.
up, ladies and gentlemen?
Hello.
Hey, hey. Welcome. Welcome to, I almost said Beyond the Streams. How about, the THF Extra Point? Let's go. What is this episode? We're covering week 13, so it's episode 13. Let's go. Did you guys ever think we'd make it this far?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Love the
No
confidence.
doubt. No doubt.
How was the week in football?
Oh, it was a week.
They took my boy from me, Tank Dell.
Oh no!
The rest of the season, boy, it didn't really matter because I'm not going to the playoffs anyways. But I was just devastated by that because I already had Kyron Williams out for like 6 weeks, and then right when I had my full team healthy, Tank Dell didn't even score me a point. So, yeah.
That's been your like low key boy this season, except for besides C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, them and Kyron Williams have been some of my favorite players, so it sucks, but it's all right. He'll be back next season.
We'll be talking injuries later on tonight, but yeah, that was definitely one of the big ones. How was your week personally?
Yeah.
Not great. Wait, like,
Man.
wait, like, what are you
Like-
talking about?
Like your team, bro. We don't
Like
want. We don't
Titans
want
or
to.
fantasy?
Yeah, we don't
We're
want to
talking
get deep into
fantasy
like
or
what you did
NFL?
for work for the week and all that. You know,
Oh, dude,
like
I blew leaves for 5 days. Ain't that fucking exciting?
yeah. So Titans, New England, Dallas.
Bad.
I'll let you guys go.
Just bad.
Just bad. Just bad.
It
We
is
did that-
pretty
Carolina.
straightforward. The 1 week I do not pick Tennessee in the pick'ems, they win. Why do I like sports? You know, sometimes I ask, why can't it be like, you know, like a car guy or something?
I saw this posted in our Discord earlier. Of course, they were talking about football, not football. But how many times have you had that reaction while watching a single game where you're, man, I fucking hate this, and then I love sports, like in the same game.
Yeah, happens to me. It seems like every week. I think.
Oh man, that's the great thing about the NFL and sports in general is, you know, you only need a little bit of a nugget and it keeps drawing you back in, you know? I mean, look, I'm a Cowboy fan. We've been bad for what? You guys could probably tell me better than I could. 26 years? Like,
as long as I've been alive.
Come on.
Almost.
So, you know, I understand. Sports can be frustrating. They simply can.
Our team gets made fun of, and theirs aren't doing good this season. We're all just depressed.
That's it. We get tons of crap. But yeah, we'll go ahead and start with Ray. I mean, there can't be much to talk about in a 6-0 game.
The Patriots have the lowest points against in the last 4 games of any team in NFL history, and they're 0-4.
It's man,
yeah, it's a rough go. First time losing 5 in a row since I think 1990 maybe.
Pre-Brady.
Oh, pre-Kraft, pre-Brady, pre-Belichick. It's statistically not their worst season. They did go 1-15 one year. They do have the possibility to go, 2-15. But
Clutch says we had our time. Clutch must be a New England fan too.
I mean, it's not all doom and gloom. Like obviously, the Patriots are securing the likely second overall draft pick. So, you know, on to next season.
It's not like you guys didn't have the last 20 fucking years. So,
yeah, that's exactly to Clutch's point right there. Like we had our time, right? But seriously, against New England was the Chargers 6 points. What?
So the defense.
What is this?
The defense is filthy.
Right,
I mean,
I think you were right about the defense.
Yeah, I mean
New
the
England's a good
defense.
defense.
Yeah, it's one of the best in the league, which is ironic that they can't win games. But
That's crazy.
aside
The
from
Chargers are high scoring usually. You know,
the eighth high, they came into Foxborough the eighth highest scoring in the league.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not all the way up there, but they're top
They're high enough.
middle. Yeah, they 6 points. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean,
regardless who you're playing,
it was bad weather too, so it is what it is. But
that is it was storming like most of the game, wasn't it?
yeah. But the every game they've lost aside from Dallas and New Orleans, it's been one possession games. It's been one score games. Like,
just low one score games.
and it always comes down to the wire. Like there's always a bad throw at the end of the game, and it just they can't convert it. That was the thing with Tom Brady is Tom Brady in both dynasties. Offensively, he was better in the second dynasty. Like his personal numbers were better, but
yeah, they were.
The defense has been good. It was good then too, but the difference is Brady would march down the field and come from behind and win these one possession games, and the Patriots just can't convert it anymore. I can point at 3 games now where all they needed was one thing to go right in the final few seconds offensively. The first game against the Eagles, the wide receiver was barely out of bounds. It happened this past game, 47-yard reception to Devontae Parker. He was out of bounds. That would have put them in. It would have put them in the red zone for the first time all game, and they likely would have won that game. But at this point, we don't even want them to win the game. If they're going to win games by accident at this point, it's almost not worth it.
Improve your draft position at this point.
That's crazy. Patriots' worst season ever.
Nope, not the worst season.
Not ever.
Close.
Not ever.
Not of all time.
Close.
There's a season where they had 2 wins.
They went 1-15, and
Damn.
I want to say 93.
It's just the worst season that people under the age of 28 remember. 30 maybe. If you're under 30, you don't remember the Patriots ever being this bad. But
I do. I remember the end of the Drew Bledsoe era.
Drew. We like Drew here in Dallas.
I mean Drew Bledsoe kind of turned them around. He was the bridge that brought them we're going way back before Bledsoe.
I mean, hell,
I know. What I'm saying is, as a 32-year-old, as I remember, Drew Bledsoe was the first, watching football.
The first relevant quarterback for the Patriots.
Yeah, relevant.
Yes.
Literal
he made
history.
him good.
Yeah,
he made him good. Brady put him over the top.
Yes. No, I just meant in my personal experience. For the Titans, it's Steve McNair and Eddie George. That's why I like them.
Yeah. Bledsoe. Yeah, before he came to Dallas, Bledsoe came to Dallas. He was decent. He was not a bad quarterback. That was one of those situations where he lost the job due to injury. Brady came in and fired it up, and it was like, sorry, man, this guy's legit. Little did they know how legit he was, and it's tough for me to admit that. Because I spent most of Brady's career saying, bro's not that good. But, hey, I'll eat that crow, I guess. What other games happened this weekend?
I had a mishap, I'm sorry, but the Titans played the Colts this week, not the Panthers. I had my weeks confused there. But they lost a heartbreaker to Colts.
Yeah. Heartbreaker? Oh yeah, that ended up being a pretty high scoring game too.
Well, no, it was a Michael Pittman.
You just went underwater.
Can you hear me?
Now we can. Yeah.
It was a Michael Pittman last end of game touchdown.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it was down to the wire. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a much higher scoring game than I thought, at least. 31-28. I mean, I mean, there were some points scored in that game. Definitely.
Yeah, I think Will Levis is the guy. I liked him more than I liked when they drafted Malik Willis. So I think Will Levis is the guy. We'll see. And then we'll have, Derrick Henry will be gone next year. They're not going to re-sign him. So Tajay Spears, and then what's Traylon Burks, Okonkwo.
They have D-Hop for another year, don't they? It's two years for D-Hop, right?
Yeah. But
D-Hop one more, and it what about Henry?
They need what? No, Henry won't be there next year.
No, you think he's done? Why do they keep playing him?
Because they're gonna run him for all they got, and then when it's time to re-sign him at 30, he's gonna be 30.
Well, I mean, so
contract year, they're just gonna run him and then get rid of him.
There was a lot of talks of trading him, and they worked to trade him because it's very amicable. It wasn't a it wasn't a it wasn't a he didn't march in there and demand the trade, but
they were working with him to get him to a contender because they want him to succeed. Like they were working together.
I mean, he has had some excellent games this year.
Yeah.
So I don't understand if he wanted to be traded, Titans wanted to trade him. Why didn't anybody? How did nobody get him?
The running back market sucks right now.
Yeah,
and
which is why he should have been a hot commodity.
They wanted to trade him now and try to get picks instead of him walking at the end of the year, which is what's going to end up happening.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't understand how he's still there. Like, why didn't anybody work out a deal for him?
Ray might have other news, but I think there's two teams that I've heard connected with Derrick Henry. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys.
I saw him going to the Ravens. We also saw Fournette going to the Ravens, but he went to he's rotting away on the practice squad for the Bills. But
it's weird, but I feel like Henry has more in the tank left than Fournette.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was
Henry's
always
built to be.
Yeah, he was always better than Fournette.
Yeah. Well, I know, but
Fournette he did especially well in the playoffs. That's why he was relevant.
And he was more relevant more recently. I think he was a higher star more recently. I think, like, he had that one season where he was just going nuts in Jacksonville. Yeah, back in Jacksonville.
He was supposed to be the dude coming out of LSU.
Yeah, I don't know. I was surprised. I'm not surprised that he's riding away anywhere.
But Henry will not be at Tennessee next year. They're going to roll with Tajay Spears, which is not a bad thing. Tajay's young. He's quick. He's different. They need to switch their offense, in my opinion, to keep up with the high-scoring Texans and Jags at this point.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough division going forward.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's going to be interesting with Jags because Trevor Lawrence, he's not going to be out for the playoffs or whatever they make it, which they probably will. So Trevor Lawrence is going to be out these next couple games and coming back into the playoffs or at the end of the season with the high ankle sprain or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then the Texans are missing Tank Dell, so it's like both of those teams in that division just took a stab. So it's going to.
Nico Collins owners are very, very satisfied right now.
Yeah, so if the Texans make it in, then they might go against the Jaguars that are quarterbackless for now. The Jaguars might have to win that game depending on when Lawrence comes back. So it's going to be interesting for them.
I'm dying to know, though. Are you guys going to give us some credit for the win this week?
Who's you play?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, it's It would be like if you took an exam, it'd be like a B minus.
I mean,
It's okay, but nothing to hang on the fridge, you know.
yeah, and it was a. I tell you, if you didn't have a dog in that fight and you watched that game, you probably had a good time because
I mean, I hit a big parlay on it.
It was a lot of scoring. It was a lot of fun.
I wish I bet all the penalties because
Oh my god!
Every play, literally every play,
bro.
And I hate to say it, but that's in the Seahawks are a fringe. They are a fringe playoff team. They're good. They're not going to win that division, but they might be on. They're on the outside looking in. They might get a wild card spot, but if Dallas doesn't, if Dallas does not clean up the penalties, they had almost 200 yards of penalties. That's going to affect them. That's going to affect them against an actual playoff caliber team.
Yes. See, the thing is, in Dallas, like, I'm used to this. Like, this isn't shocking me. Like, I feel like we're always one of the most penalized teams in the league, and some of that feels deserved.
Two most penalized teams in the league.
Yeah.
This last game.
Yeah, it was the two most penalized teams. You know what? We also set another record, or fourth time that it's ever happened on Monday Night Football. A game with no punts. There was not a single punt in that entire game.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a real fact.
Yeah, thank God I did not sit DK Metcalf.
Dude.
Yeah, you got to give them props because Geno Smith was throwing some dimes and Metcalf was doing that against Deron Bland.
Metcalf, and it looked amazing. Probably
Dallas killer Metcalf.
Some of the best game he ever had in his
some of
career.
It had to do with the safety too, because of obviously he can't always be playing man coverage, but Metcalf was just getting right in that air open spot every single time, and it was just breaking our defense, which is hard to do, against Dallas out of all teams. So got to give them props for that.
I mean, if you'd asked me the week before that if Deron Bland was going to get torched the next game after he just set the record for like the NFL pick sixes, I'd be like, hell no, the guy's a lockdown. Like, there's no way. And boom, he got torched.
Yeah, it was actually a really good game to watch for a Thursday game, so.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was easily the best Thursday night football game of the season.
All season, at least.
Of the season, for sure.
So I'm going to be the first one here to jump on the Jordan Love train. He is him. I don't know what the Green Bay Packers cooked, but they have drafted a third Hall of Fame quarterback in a row.
Come on! Really?
They don't miss. They don't miss. They don't miss. They keep getting away with it.
I'm going to have to see beginning next season before I'm a believer, but he did play really nice. He did play nice. Because they're
just keeps proving my point that the Chiefs are not it this season. That the AFC is a mess and it's a wide open game. It's the Ravens division. It's the Ravens conference to lose, but the Chiefs got undressed by Jordan Love because Jordan Love is him.
Undressed is crazy.
He is not him, bro.
He's him.
I'm still standing by it. I don't think so. I don't think
he's
so.
Him. He's him.
Come on. Well, he did it against
3 in a row.
The Lions, and then this weekend.
That division is wide open. If the Lions crap down their leg, the Packers could take it because
there's definitely there's definitely that division isn't as much of a lock as we predicted it to be.
Nope.
The Lions, they did pull out a squeaker against the Saints, right? Was it close the whole game? 33-28 is how it finished.
At the beginning, it wasn't that close. I think I didn't see it fully. And
they keep giving up crazy. They keep giving up crazy, crazy deficits. They'll be up by like double-digit points, and then they either lose the game or let the comeback. At least let the game get close, but
yeah.
But no, I mean that no, I don't think any of us picked Green Bay to win that game.
No, actually, Janu.
Oh, Janu did.
He did. Yeah. I haven't even brought up the picks yet, but yeah, Janu picked the. In fact, he won Pick'ems this week. So that was probably one of the games that made a big difference, because yeah, he was one of the only ones to pick Green Bay to win. We only had one person picking Cincinnati, and that looks like a kind of a wild shot since she was the lowest score of the week. She also picked Green Bay.
Stinking New England let me down.
There's only one game left on the slate to pick New England, and that is the Jets. That's the only team that they're going to beat, because Bill Belichick loves beating the Jets. He doesn't care what team he's on.
Did you see the Zach Wilson news about the Jets?
Yeah, they realized that they traded crap for shit, and that they want crap back now.
Jordan Love might want to win something before he's inducted to the Hall of Fame. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you.
Yeah, man. He's like, fuck you guys.
Pretty much. But
that's crazy.
Arizona, Pittsburgh. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona seems to be. I'm all for that, because I want to see Arizona win a few more games to get one less team close to the second overall.
Yeah, that game didn't it get shut down for a couple hours?
It did.
That was weird, seeing that game go on delayed for so long after the 3 o'clock games. It was still
yeah,
good.
that was the other one that had really bad weather for the week.
That's weird. You have 3 o'clock games?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have 4:10 games.
Like
oh
12
yeah.
It's the same game. It's just different.
Yeah. No, I know. It's just weird. It's weird hearing. Oh yeah, the 3 o'clock game.
Yeah, we're 12 and 3.
If we're 1 and 4.
I wish we had 1 and 4 o'clock here, our time. That would work out better for me. But it's crazy. Still. What else we got? Miami, they took care of business. No surprise there against Washington.
The Eagles and Niners game, bro. 49ers wiped the Eagles.
Yeah, that's kind of the headline game. I was gonna gloss over the Houston Denver game first, but yeah, we can skip ahead. We can skip ahead to that San Francisco beat down.
Memory.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, the 49ers are not people to fuck with.
Nope. They're not going down easy.
They
did the same thing to the Cowboys, so.
And it's gonna be those two in the NFC Championship.
It's gonna be some mixture of those 3 teams in the championship. So
that game versus the Cowboys, where they absolutely trounced us, and then they go on a 3-game losing skid, take a bye, come back, just annihilate two teams in a row. Like, ouch, man. I know everybody's ready to anoint them the best team in the NFC. I think a lot of people, including all of us, thought that they were before the 3-game losing streak. Are we re-anointing them already? Like, is it done? They're the best team in the NFC right now?
I don't think so.
I mean,
you don't think so?
No,
I mean, I've always thought so this season. So.
I mean, if we go back, I was probably on that train, but once that skid started, and then how the Eagles have been holding up, I'm still convinced the Eagles are going to go back. I'm still convinced we're gonna have a birds Super Bowl where it's Eagles and Ravens.
I don't know, bro. Personally, with how they've been playing, when you take out, of course, the bad losing streak, every team in the league has lost to bad teams, but the 49ers just have way too many weapons, man. I honestly think they're the best team in the league as far as weapons go. So I don't know, man. I don't know if it's possible that the Eagles get in with how that game just went, because, it wasn't just a little bit of a win. It was a big win, and the defense was knocking people out on the ground. The hit against Swift was nuts. Bro got laid the hell out.
It'll It'll be Niners Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I don't
No.
think the Chiefs are making it either this season, to be honest.
Unless it's literally rigged, and
Obviously, they always do, but based on how they've been playing, it's like I just really can't see it. And if they do, I'm definitely calling rigged because like it's just terrible over there. It's absolutely terrible.
Well,
So you guys,
you underestimate Taylor Swift, my friend.
She was at the last game. What happened?
You guys know of Colin Cowherd on Fox Sports Southwest or Fox Sports?
Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, Cowherd. Yeah, Cowherd. However you say it. So I caught a clip of his show on I think TikTok or Instagram, whatever, and he was talking about teams that have 10+ point wins. And since 2015, no team has gotten to the Super Bowl, or I think it was no team has won the Super Bowl without at least having 7 10-point plus wins over the season. And there's only 2 teams that qualify for that right now. That's the Cowboys and the 49ers. And the Eagles only have 2. So it's like it's kind of that like what even some Eagles fans like Headhunting, who's in our fantasy league, has been saying is look at their quality of wins. It's garbage. Like they're so lucky right now to be 10-2. Like they should not even be 10-2 because
I mean, they have like some decent wins, but it hasn't been that crazy. The thing is, the Eagles' rest of their schedule is super easy. It's pretty cake. We have a hard schedule, so we could technically still win the division, I think, at this point, but we'd have to win like every game going forward, and they'd have to lose one.
I mean, the Eagles still have to play us. They still have to play. I'm not as hard on Miami as you guys are, and I know a lot of people say the Cowboys and Miami are 2 teams that have not beat anybody, but they're still considered good. I don't buy into all that all the way against us or for us or with Miami. I think Miami's pretty good. They're just hit or miss.
I am a Mike McDaniel. I will ride that ship until it sinks.
I think they're a really good team. I understand that a lot of people say that they can't beat anybody that's actually good, that they destroy everybody else. But I mean, I think they have a lot going on. You know?
Yeah, I still don't think they go in and beat an actual playoff team in a cold weather game. So I mean, I know they're in contention for number 1 seed in the AFC, but again, I don't see, unless they get home field, I don't see them going to a cold weather playoff game and winning.
I agree
against an actual playoff team.
There's no way they would travel to Baltimore and win that game.
Probably not.
I just don't see them winning in the playoffs this season either. I don't even see them winning against the Cowboys in the upcoming schedule. I think they're great, but I just don't think they have enough to do it.
I mean, that's going to be, Dirty Nickel, who is a Miami fan. He's been talking about that's the Super Bowl for the teams that can't beat anybody else. He keeps talking about Miami versus Cowboys on Christmas. Is it Christmas Day or
for Cowboys? Really?
Is it Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? I can't remember.
I think it's before Christmas. But...
Anyway, I guess we'll see. We'll see. Eagles are all hypes and refs. I've heard that a couple times too.
Yeah, rest of the season schedule for Cowboys will show whether or not we're really good or not, because we have a couple good teams we're going against. Luckily, right before the playoffs, so we'll be warmed up quite by then.
I mean, that's good. That is why I started this conversation off with do we finally get credit for this win? Because everybody's like, oh, well, you haven't beat anybody that's over 500 yet. Well, all right. Well, Seattle was over 500, so do we at least get credit this week? You know? Or
yeah, I mean, it was a good win. They won at home. They put up a lot of points, but they let up a lot of points too.
With the way the injuries are going
So-
in the NFL, it really could be anybody.
So this is a
That's
good point.
crazy.
We've been talking about the bottom end with the Patriots and the Titans and all these teams that aren't winning anything, that are likely going to make big changes, and we're kind of starting to see a little bit with the Buffalo Bills. So as Cowboys fans, are you guys going to be demanding that if after this historic season and you guys are doing really well, and they make it to the playoffs, and if they get bumped out first or second round, don't do anything with it, are you guys going to demand change? Are you guys going to, or how long do you guys keep running it back, hoping that something comes out of it?
Yeah, I've been saying since the past couple of years that I've been wanting change. The only reason why I changed up my opinion a little bit this year is because it seems like Dak's actually performing better. But that's why we have to see more. I was saying earlier to start Trey Lance and everything like that, but I still wanted to see Dak play a little bit more what he can do, and I think this is kind of his last season to prove that, because we've gone so much where it's just mediocrity, and the Dallas Cowboys offense. It's like we beat the teams we need to beat, but then when it goes to the playoffs, we don't win. And like I was saying before, our owner always just talks about Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl or bust. So it's kind of hard to settle for less and just be like, yep, go to the next season. It'll be whatever. Because we have so many good weapons, and if we just keep going to the playoffs, winning first, second round or whatever, or losing first, second round, it's just not worth it. Just have CeeDee Lamb sitting there not doing anything, and all these other good guys. Like, we have the offense to do it, so we should be able to do it this season. And that's borderline how I felt last year, too. So this season, we have to be able to do it. We have the team.
So what happens
right
if they
there.
don't? Whose head rolls?
Nobody's, bro. This Janu will figure it out. This is what is being a Cowboy fan is all about, because we had the same shit with Romo and Dez and DeMarco Murray, and this is the team. This is the team that's going to do it. We're going to finally win a Super Bowl. They didn't do it. This is a cycle. It just is. And nothing's actually going to change until Jerry Jones is gone.
Yeah.
His son is in. Stephen Jones is kind of in charge now, and things have improved. As a Cowboy fan, that's what a lot of us are at least buying into. That things have started to change. We've been drafting better. We've been getting a lot of very quality players, and we have gotten better. But at the end of the day, it's one team that wins the Super Bowl. And so there are some teams that have never even been to a Super Bowl. There are some teams that have been and never won. There are some teams that have been 4 times in a row that have never won a Super Bowl. Okay? So not winning in 26 years is not that big of a deal. We have 5 Super Bowls in our franchise.
Honestly,
so it doesn't matter. Like, we just keep getting better every year over the last year. And if we don't, we don't. But we try to. And that's what every team is going to do.
So the problem is that the Cowboys aren't getting that much better. Yes, they're doing better in the regular season. They're putting up better numbers. They have great offensive statistics. But the furthest they've made it is the second round of the playoffs in how many seasons now?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
So-
if you look at all the other teams, how many teams haven't even made it that far in exactly as long?
That's a totally different ballgame, though. Because
No, it's not. It's just because it's the Cowboys. There's more attention on it. There's more scrutiny.
It's the same discussion with the Buffalo Bills right now, because the Buffalo Bills they have that really good offense. They're Super Bowl favorites every year, and they never do anything with it. And they're already seeing changes.
You're a lot closer to Buffalo, though. Nationwide, you start talking about the Buffalo Bills and their struggles, and everybody falls asleep. Nobody cares.
Right, but it's the same idea. So
No, it's not. I mean, that's what I'm
think
saying. The Cowboys get more scrutiny. It's such a big deal that we haven't won. That's why everybody wants to know. Well, shit.
it's not a big deal that you haven't won. It's not like the Cowboys are missing the playoffs every season. They're getting into the playoffs and then they're getting stopped in the playoffs, and it's different. It's different teams that are breaking through, and so with how consistent the Cowboys have been for the last few seasons, and they haven't managed to break through. When do you guys as fans start demanding change? Whether it's McCarthy, whether it's the other coaches, whether it's the quarterback. Dak's having a great season. No one's denying that.
I mean, what change? It's not like McCarthy's been here for 10 years. What change are we going to demand? A new coach? Okay, well, McCarthy kind of is the new coach. You know?
Well, the thing is that the Cowboys don't ever want to make changes. They want to keep the same players in for years and years and years, and then
how long do you guys keep going through the motions? It's
because it's like every other team. They will go from being a really bad team and they slowly work their way up. Whereas the Cowboys, it's like we're right here, right here, right here, but we don't make it. Right here, right here. And so the fans are just like, dude, we always make it so close but don't actually get there. So, yeah, it's like it's a lot better than being a fan of a team that's trash, but if you're right there every single season, it just becomes a meme, and it has been. It's literally a meme that the Cowboys get stuck there every single year and can't make it in. So it gets to a point where it's like, if you want to keep having a team that can just make it to the first or second round every year, then that's what we're getting. Just keep it the same. But you actually have to make changes. And my reason of saying that it's this year is because the stats are different. Dak's actually putting up the stats and rushing the ball and having a lot of good qualities, whereas last year he didn't do those same things. Like,
but that was only the first year. That way, Dak has been a very high caliber regular season quarterback every year except for last year. Last year was the first year that everybody was like, what the hell's wrong with him? Interception, 2 interceptions, 4 interceptions. Like, he had one bad year. He's had a great freaking career.
Well, this year it's been like some of the best stats he's had in a really long time. That's been a lot better than the past couple of years.
And this is the first season that his offensive numbers are starkly contrasted to his turnovers, because he had great offensive seasons, but then he had high turnovers as well.
And
last season was especially bad
right now.
But he's like Josh Allen. He puts up crazy offensive numbers, but he's been notorious for the turnovers. So he's having a great season this year. No one's denying that.
He's definitely having a great season this year. Probably his best. Outside.
It's his career. It's his career season. It's his best one
outside
so far.
Of his first couple years. His first couple years were outstanding. Remember, he won Rookie of the Year. Was it Rookie of the Year or MVP of the Year? Because Zeke won one and he won the other.
It was Rookie. He hasn't won an MVP yet.
So it was Zeke.
Didn't Zeke get Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Offensive Rookie of the Year, or shit, I can't remember now. But it was both of their first years. And
yeah, Zeke won out.
Yeah, Zeke won the higher of the two honors.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was, though.
I remember that.
But yeah, I mean, that's Dak started off hot. You know, he started off hot the year that he took the job from Romo. You know, so here in Dallas, like, I mean, we know what Dak is. Like, Dak has been lighting it up ever since he's been here. Yeah. His year before last wasn't super great, and last year was terrible for him. But, you know, I mean, like, this year's not really... I don't think he's really surprising people here in Dallas. Like, I think most people are like, yeah, this is the Dak that I thought we had. You know?
Yeah, with the team we have, we definitely should be able to win against good teams. We have to put it up. If not, then something has to change.
Is getting through the second round good enough for you guys this year?
Getting past the second round, getting to the conference championship. I mean, I would be happy with that. I mean, I wouldn't I wouldn't be unhappy with it, but I wouldn't be all the way satisfied either. I'd love to see a Super Bowl appearance, but if they got to and competed in the conference championship, as long as they played a great game and even if they lose, then I'd be thoroughly proud. But
I feel like that game is going to be harder than the Super Bowl game. It's probably going to be against the Niners. So,
I mean, it depends on who you play. I mean, the AFC. There's a little bit more. I feel like there's a little bit more inconsistency with the AFC. I mean, that's why their conference leader is 9-3, right? 8-3, 9-3,
9-3,
9-3. So, you know, the AFC has a lot of inconsistency on. You know, there's
the AFC is a mess right now. The AFC is a mess.
But on the flip side, the NFC is being dominated by a fraud. Everybody else is 9-3 or below. So, you know, it could be. I don't know. It's crazy. This has been a fun year. And this has been a fun year for us to do this podcast, too, because, like, you can tell by how we're talking as we keep going through the year, too. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. This year has been a little different than I think anybody expected.
No, definitely. Especially with all the injuries, like key injuries, so big names, you know. It's been
huge.
The whole thing.
Huge. The list of quarterbacks could damn near field an offense.
Think about in the next couple of what other
Superflex leagues must be in shambles right now. That's all I have to say about that.
They are. I'm in one, and it sucks.
But the way the injuries are going, there quite literally could be at least one or two big-name quarterbacks that go out in the next couple of weeks. So just hope it's not one of your guys, you know.
Oh, well, mine already.
I mean, honestly, I would hope one of mine goes out. To be honest, it can't get any worse.
A tale of two cities.
Guess I'm just talking to everyone else except you guys as two teams.
I
play Wakko this week. We play each other.
Oh yeah, last game of the regular season for the THF FFL.
Is it top 14 or top 6 again?
It's 4 right now. I think we're gonna have to change that from next week for next year.
I'm on the edge right now.
I like the idea of having 6 teams in the playoffs if we can pull it off. If I can figure it out next year.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm still winning games. So
I won the last 3 out of the last 4 to like basically screw my draft for next year.
Yeah. See, I knew I would have a young team this year because last year I built picks for this year. That's how I got Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan. So I knew this year was going to be young. So I'm building on next year being a little bit more experienced. So the core keepers of my team will be more experienced. You know, we'll see. We'll see. If I'm wrong, fuck it. Fuck it. No matter. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's not real.
This is all life.
It's real money.
It is real money. Yep.
Yeah.
Do we want to see what what this week looked like in fantasy football for us?
Let's see it.
No.
How'd you do?
Wow,
that's because win number 2 for Q-Swin was Janu.
That's rough.
No
Thank
way.
you, bro. I'm not the only one.
Nice, dude, and he fucking beat you too.
Yeah, Houston put up a fat donut. I was so confident at the beginning of the week. I had some big players going off, and then Tank Dell just a fat donut right in my face.
Bro, just look at the projections. Q was picked to lose by 28 points.
Dude, Q, when I was looking at the projections halfway through, his projection was 88 points. And I was like, oh, shit, this is easy. I don't need to Tank Dell. And then I looked back a couple hours later, and I was like, dude, what the hell? Debo Samuel, get off. This is your fault, Dad. This is your fucking fault. Whoever traded that shit to him. No, this is Firestorm's fault.
Wait,
You
my
had Debo.
fault.
Didn't you have Debo?
I
Someone
did.
gave him
I
Debo.
traded him to Dabs though.
I traded him.
Oh,
Bro,
so
I
both of your fault.
got Amon Ra and he got we swept different picks, but
Well, that solo single-handedly just gave you another win.
So much propane, I'm drowning.
my gosh, dude.
That's how I feel right now.
Oh man.
Michael, I hope you win this week. I hope you do.
Against who? You?
Me, yeah.
Why? I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? You're still going to be in 11th.
Giants.
If I'm in 11th, that gives me a very high draft pick.
Oh,
And
if I
have-
win, you might not be in 11th. Okay.
and so I'll have a high draft pick, and I got Q's
Or
first ring.
if I lose. Sorry.
Hey, thanks.
I'm just trying to get back in this year. I'm in 6th place right now. If the Philly special loses this week, I'm in.
Brian knows what I want.
Oh.
I'm getting Drake May and Marvin Harrison Jr.
So we got so you got playoff or no playoff riding on this week.
It's literally.
Oh, really?
I have to win, and then Philly special has to lose because we have the same record, but he's beaten me divisionally twice. So the tiebreaker goes to him.
Oh, okay. You have to beat him straight. You have to beat him by record.
So, well, I'm facing Homely, and then Philly's facing Bolt. So it's my playoff prospects lie on my two friends who can do the funniest thing imaginable.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Good times, good times. Boltman, let me point out right now, Boltman and the Jeffersons last week's score 107.18 versus 107.25.
And Bolt had to put together like a absolute bottom of the barrel like scrapyard team this week because his buys got hit hard, and then Jonathan Taylor is one of his top players, and he's out.
It paid off.
So
by
he barely.
0.07 is how much he stayed out of the biggest loser spot for the
I didn't
week.
realize I was that. I didn't realize I was that close.
You were,
either. I was like a 1.5 points away.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I got blown out of the water.
Yeah, you were the on the
Biggest
backside
blowout,
of the blowout of the week.
Blowout, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's what she said.
I took it hard.
And he was the top scorer of the week. So he renamed Digital Navy. He renamed the Jeffersons, holding the trophy for Cheesehead. I mean, they're both after the same thing, so. And Jeffersons went from 1st to 5th, right?
Yeah. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
You're welcome.
Hey, I split this. Brian, we split the series, so once again, we will continue this rivalry into next year.
That's the best part about the divisional games, that we divvied up into the divisions. Like, that's a lot of fun, because I played each of you twice.
Yes. Brian, I have respect
Thoughts about
as a fantasy
any
football.
thoughts about putting the 4 of us in the division next season? Changing it up.
That is a very good idea. Because that could make for some definite more heated fantasy football conversation.
Am I the only one with a playoff spot riding this week for the 4 of us?
Brother.
Yeah, I think I'm out.
I've been out for about a month.
I think I'm out too. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're in. Yeah, no, because I have a higher.
I can't get it by division. I'd have to get it by wild card, and there's no way. I'm still. Yeah, no, I'm out.
Okay.
Cup holder is the only one that has technically clinched a spot, and he clinched the number 1 spot. He's 10-3. That's what she said is 9-4, but he has the Jeffersons at 8-5 right behind him, and I guess the Jeffersons maybe might have the tiebreaker there. Philly special, like you said, if you win and he loses, you get the top spot. And yeah, so wow, that's crazy. There's a lot going on this week.
This is a busy week.
Yeah. Last week of the regular season in fantasy football. And only one team has clinched the playoffs. So that's interesting. That's what you want. As a commissioner of a fantasy football league, this is exactly what you want. You want a bunch of teams fighting it out at the very end. And then we have two sections of playoffs. We have the Super Bowl and we have the Toilet Bowl. And then we have the last four teams, rooting on somebody because they're on the couch. So there we go. Maybe I'll at least win the Toilet Bowl. I think I made it into the Toilet Bowl. That's pretty good for me. I was last place last year, so screw you all. I improved.
You and I have both been riding the pine for a while. We've been playing. We've been bad. We've been bad.
It's all right. It's all right.
Hey, can't have a comeback. You don't start from the behind.
This is 100%. That's true. How about the games this week, gentlemen? Or do we want to talk injury report?
Trevor Lawrence,
yes, sir.
Dude, that was gnarly too.
And Ramondre Stevenson.
It did come down. It did come down. I think I saw today that the Trevor Lawrence was a high ankle sprain, and they don't have a timetable yet.
Correct.
So no update since that?
I'm checking right now.
7 says out for the regular season.
Who are we looking for?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Saying earlier, it's like he might be back on like the second playoff game if they make it. I don't think he'll be back by the first just because of how long it can take to heal from that. It would be really close if he was back by the first one, so they might. If they do make it to the playoffs, they're going to be starting with the backup quarterback the first playoff game, which will most likely be against the Texans. So that's going to be tough.
That's tough.
Yeah, real tough.
Trevor Lawrence, questionable for Week 14. Okay.
I mean, they had Trevor Lawrence for half the game Monday night, and lost to the Bengals with their backup quarterback. So, yeah, they definitely needed that kid back.
Yeah, Jake Browning fucking balled out.
He did.
Absolutely.
I got hella points from Jamar Chase in one of my leagues.
Me too.
Bro. Yeah.
I like to see that. And the little guy.
How about Jamar Chase with -7 passing yards? He's going to need to. He's going to have a pass play in the next game to go over, get back up into the positives for the end of the season stat line.
I would wager that most seasons there's one wide receiver that has negative yards.
There's multiple this season, so
finishes the league with negative passing yards. Yeah, that Monday game was a crazy freaking game. What else? Oh, next week's games. Let's get into it, boys. Right there. Why is this so small?
I did just send you. Oh God, if I had a nickel. Jeez.
I know why I didn't set my resolution.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard, I have like 35 cents, maybe.
Lots of nickels, bro.
Yeah, lots of nickels.
Lots of nickels.
I could play a few games of Pac-Man.
At least a few.
But I did send you my pick'ems for this week already. So
I think so.
I did. I just sent them before the podcast. Or maybe while we were on the podcast.
I haven't
don't
sent them yet.
It was definitely a while. So, we got anybody excited for Thursday night, New England, Pittsburgh, or
Just
No.
bet Pittsburgh.
You think?
Just-
Because they might not have Kenny Pickett.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's
As long
true
as they
too.
kick one
He's
field
another
goal, they'll
one.
win.
He's another one that got hurt.
As long as they kick one field goal, they win. So like that's all it takes. Clearly.
Yeah,
Apparently.
That is fair. That is
So-
fair.
I mean, the Chargers had to kick two.
Yeah.
I do agree. the
Technically,
Steelers
no. They
won.
only had to kick one.
I know. I'm just kidding. They did kick two. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. That's interesting. I think Tampa Bay is probably going to be the favorite there, right?
No.
Yeah.
No?
I
Maybe?
think Tampa Bay pulls it out. I'm a Baker fan. And
I mean,
Mike
I-
Evans are like
I like Tampa. Don't get me wrong. It's my other favorite team, but facing Atlanta at home,
that division is so
and Atlanta's still top of the division. They're gonna lose
Tampa Bay.
Why is it your second favorite team?
because Tom Brady went there.
But he's gone.
Yeah.
Gonna hang on to that?
I mean, I still like. I do like, and I like Baker Mayfield. I'm a Baker fan. I like Mike Evans. I don't know.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
But-
I'll give it to you.
Baltimore, easy money. Chicago, Detroit. That's gonna be fun. Depends on which Chicago shows up
Or which Detroit shows
or
up.
which Detroit shows down.
I think the
I mean-
Jacksonville Cleveland game is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be backup versus backup, probably.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting who has the better team.
Honestly, man, it's gonna be hard not to choose Cleveland on that. I mean, they got the defense.
Yeah,
They
there's
got
lot
such a
of
good
people.
defense.
Jim Schwartz's defense is phenomenal.
Seattle, San Francisco, Buffalo, Kansas City, and Philly versus Dallas.
Philly Dallas is going to be the game to watch this week.
That's the game of the week.
And
But
honestly, even though Baltimore is probably a lock to win, the Rams have been killing it the past 2 weeks, so they could put up a game for that too. They've been chunking the ball. Kyron's been going off. They're connecting.
But are they really showing out like Baltimore's been showing out? I don't know. I think I got Baltimore all day, and they're at home. I don't know. I think the Rams. I think the Rams get beat handedly. I think this is the end of their run.
I'm not on the Baltimore bandwagon.
I'm not a fan. I'd love to see Janubi right here and give Baltimore a run for the money. I don't know why. I've largely been anti Baltimore like my entire as long as they've been a franchise. I don't know why.
I feel like as a Cleveland fan as well, you can't be a Baltimore fan.
Well, yeah, division rivals.
Well, no, like the Cleveland lost their football team to become the Baltimore Ravens, and then they came back a few years later as the Cleveland Browns. But yeah, the owner bailed on Cleveland, started the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. There's some bad blood there for sure.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Carolina, New Orleans, obviously New Orleans, right?
Oh, I picked Carolina.
Damn. I don't think I can.
Really?
It's been so bad.
Houston at the Jets.
They win straight up.
Did you guys hear about the Aaron Rodgers coming to the defense of Zach Wilson today?
Did he? I didn't hear about that, no.
Aaron Rodgers is the only reason Zach Wilson is still in a uniform in the league, not flipping burgers, because he was gonna be out straight up.
Big Mac.
But he took him under his wing and he learned a lot. Which it's coming back to, but I hate the Jets, so good riddance. It's coming back to bite them in the ass, where literally they traded crap for shit, and now they want the crap back, and crap's like, why would I come back? So
Well, they were apparently it was leaked that Zach Wilson was given the opportunity to start this coming week, and he was hesitant about taking it, and that got leaked to the press. And anyway, long story short, Aaron Rodgers is like now scouring the locker room trying to figure out who's talking shit about his boy because like that's inexcusable and shows bad team chemistry. I mean, he's playing den mother that locker room right now. It's crazy. So I was just reading about this like right before we came on too. So I don't know if it's early news, late news, whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of crazy.
A lot of drama just from that team, I feel like, this whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, for sure. But you know, this is going to be good. It will be a good test for Houston since they are definitely a very offensive team to go against a very good defense because the Jets have a very good defense. That's the one thing that nobody's been able to question about the Jets this year. Much like Cleveland, much like New England, even though they're not winning stuff on offense, they're not winning any love over there. The defense has never been in question about those teams. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Minnesota, Vegas.
I think
is your
Vegas.
boy. Oh, Vegas. What about Janu? Love for Dobbs?
Hard to say, man. I think I
Who's
still
coming
got
back this week?
Vikings this week.
Who's coming back this week?
I think the Dominator still has it in
No,
him.
no. You're missing the bigger picture. Who is coming back this week for Minnesota?
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's coming back. That was what I was gonna say.
He's gonna ball the fuck out
Massive.
against Las Vegas.
Which is what I feel like they were planning for last week, which is why he started to target Addison more and some of the other targets, because before it was just Hutchinson or wherever. So, I don't know. Dobbs, I feel like still has it in him, especially with Jefferson. I think it's a deal to watch out for. The only concern is, of course, is how he's been playing the past couple weeks. So,
Yeah.
That's going to be a good game to watch. So I'm very, as a JJ owner, I am very, very excited about
Me too.
this week. Seattle, San Francisco. Obviously, we're picking San Francisco to win, but after seeing Seattle give Dallas fits last week, do we think that Seattle has a chance this week?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
San Francisco doesn't have the defense that Dallas does.
They're still pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Not,
yeah, I think it's a lot the same for him.
I think so too.
I think San Fran had their number last game. They're gonna have it. They're gonna have it this time as well.
Be interesting to see that one. Divisional games, always very tricky.
I honestly think that Buffalo takes Kansas City. I think that they're right now with their trash.
They might actually.
Bills stepping it up lately. I think that, he might start chunking the ball more to keep up with the Mahomes pace. I think it'll work good in the Bills' favor.
That might be the game on the schedule this week that's just as hard to pick as the Philly-Dallas game.
I'm just not super high on the Chiefs personally at all this year, whether or not they win or lose. So I'm probably going Bills this week personally.
I can't say. I might have to flip a coin. I might have to.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much how that game goes. And Denver Chargers, I feel like I'm taking Denver on that one.
Yeah, Denver balls out.
Even
Russ
though
cooks.
they lost or whatever, it wasn't by a lot, It wasn't. It was a close game. He's honestly working right now, so.
5 weeks ago, I would have said the Chargers are blowing them out. Like, it's not even going to be close. But think Denver wins this easily. I agree with you guys, and I hate that because I feel like the Chargers are the better team. They got the more stars out there.
This season.
I mean,
And they
what
have
the
zero
hell is
motivation.
wrong with them?
They've been playing so bad. The team's just got to be not motivated at the end of the season. So it's hard for me to want to pick them on a lot of games right now.
There's got to be something coming down the pipeline with them, like there's a cancer in the locker room, or there's a coach is getting fired, or like something's coming soon with the Chargers, right?
It sucks because
so.
they had a couple close games with some good teams. You know, they barely lost to the Chiefs and they barely lost to the Cowboys, and they had a lot of like scrape by wins. But on other games where they go against bad teams, it's like they just start matching the vibe of that team and low scoring. It's like every team they go against, they match the score and then barely lose. So they just got to figure that out. They got to really start pitching it to Eckler more and throwing those short passes, because when they get in that groove, Eckler goes off. And the short passes to him, it's unstoppable. He's so fast and maneuvering. But it's like they kind of just switch game plans every game. And sometimes Keenan Allen gets a lot of deep targets, and that's good for him. I feel like they need to find a balance because lately they just haven't been it, even with all the weapons they have. So it's hard. It's tough. I feel like they should be a lot better.
Yeah, 100% agree. It's baffling. And I'm an Eckler. Eckler was my #1 keeper this year, so obviously I'm distraught.
I say Philly and Dallas. What do you guys think of that? Who do you think's going to win?
Dallas.
I think this happened last year too, where Philly won the first. They split the series.
Yeah, I think they split. I don't see how they don't. Honestly, it honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of makes me nervous that Philly lost last week, because that kind of lights a fire for them to win this week. Like I know Deshaun Jackson and Des Bryant got a Twitter battle going on, because they're like, the exact same scenario I'm talking about. Philly lost, Dallas won. Dallas is on a high. Philly's supposed to be low, but Philly is just, look, it's a divisional game. They're going to be a monster. I'm not gonna discount them. Even though I don't like them, I think they're not as good as their record suggests, and I think that our team is better. I'm not going to discount them. I want us to win. I think we will win. I think we're capable of winning, but got to play the game.
Yeah. And let's win by a lot, not making a close game.
This is not a game I would bet on.
I would. Hell, bro.
I mean, unless we want to talk about, like, I'll wear a Philly hat and you wear a Cowboy hat. Like, I'll take that bet. But I'm not putting money on that on a game like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not a degenerate. I'm definitely not a homer degenerate. That's how you get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, I'm probably taking Dallas this week. I mean, I say probably 100% take them this week, but
on the pick'ems, all day.
Pick'ems, yeah. But as a realist, I don't know. I feel like I'm confident they're gonna win, but I feel like I don't know. It might not reflect how it goes in the playoffs. It might win by a bit because of how bad they lost last week. A win is a win, though.
I think this game will be surprisingly low scoring. I think both teams are going to be like sizing each other up the whole game. Like there's so much riding on it. There's so much studying going on. They've already played each other. I would not be surprised if this is one of those weird ass games that's like 10-13. Cowboys win.
So I'm gonna be that guy. The Eagles are +3.5 road dogs right now. That's my magic number. So it is anybody's game right now. It's either or.
That's what I'm saying. Like, realistically speaking, I can't make a pick on this game.
I feel like the Tennessee and Miami game could be one that's slept on a little bit with how trash the pass defense is on Tennessee and how much they pass on Miami's side and how Will Levis has been passing it. It could be a good game to watch. Maybe upset alert for Miami, question mark.
Yeah. I picked Tennessee.
I mean, it's the Titans are getting 13 points right now, so I don't see it happening.
And then
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, I agree with Ray.
Perhaps a
100%.
little bit of hope here, but yeah,
Yeah.
let's be real about it. Probably not going to win, but hey.
I like
Yeah,
Lobster.
that's
It's just
the
coming in
range.
late with the Cowboys
the
41, Philly 17.
That's
And I love
delusional.
it. I love it.
That's delusional.
I think-
Go bet $1 on that. So and if it hits you, you win $1 Brazilian.
I got 5 on it.
So, yeah, and the Giants, they're starting their guy. They're not bringing back Daniels, whatever. So, it's, they're sticking with the Italian boy. And then Jordan Love faces off against him, probably taking Green Bay.
There really might as well not even be a Monday night game. Like, just let the Giants go home. Let
The Packers are gonna smoke.
Yeah, just give the
Spit roast them.
give the Packers a bye week.
I think New York will give them a little bit of a fight, but it's not going to work.
Dabs, keep betting those. You keep doing those pick'ems. Those let's separate that number again. Considering I trailed everybody by like 20 points at some point. So
hey, I've
throwing those picks, buddy. You're helping me out a lot.
Hey, sir, I've won pick'ems 2 times. How many times have you won weekly pick'ems?
Well, I'm still ahead of you, so.
But that doesn't matter. How many times you won?
The numbers don't lie.
We count wins, son. We don't count championships. We don't count.
Well, I'm looking at win percentage, and I'm,
win percentage. Win percentage don't mean shit if you ain't got the rings, dude.
I mean,
I got
you're,
2.
You're 4th place right now in the
yes,
pick
I'm
'em.
aware. This
So.
is why I'm fighting for respect. Okay.
I'm fighting for it. Let me have a little bit.
I just need some respect, Ray. I'm just messing.
You'll get
I'm
there.
just messing.
Better
I'm
pick
messing.
carefully.
You'll get there.
We're only one off from each other, so you better pick carefully next couple weeks.
Navy knows. Digi knows. Wakko's sitting here going, this is why I created the season-long picks. It is close, though. And Janu, with a hell of a week last week, snuck up right behind me again, and he was leading most of the season. So I'm a little nervous right now. He's only 1 behind. I'm not nervous about the other 2 guys. I got that.
We got our own thing going on, right? Ray?
Yeah. You got your own
catching
thing.
up. I'll get there.
Hey, at least we're all above 50-50, so we're better than flipping a quarter,
There we go.
That's true.
And the playoff brackets where it really gets interesting.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to do some predictions for that, even if it's not for the Discord, just for us. Like some predictions.
Oh, no,
starting playoff wins. And then,
yeah, we'll definitely have. We will not only are we going to have a playoff bracket for us, but we'll have a playoff bracket for the community and prizes. And yeah, I did it up last year. We're going to do it again.
NFL playoffs, like of the NFL playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Cool. I'm down.
Good stuff. Dude, I hate to like bring down the room, but we have to talk about our fucking parlay.
We lost
again. What the hell?
Damn.
Yeah. Not a great.
What?
Everything except over on receptions for
The Brandon Cooks was good.
Sir.
Thursday night. That was a good one.
So I
Real
get my
good.
Both the unders went over, and then my over stayed under.
Oh yeah.
So,
I just
So Brandon Cooks was the only one we got right.
yep.
Oh damn.
However, I gripped and ripped a $25 bonus bet parlay on the Cowboys, and it hit. I made $300
nice.
in one sitting. So
I had $100 one. That's all I've got.
even though we lost, I still won. So
well,
wasn't
there's
a
no
total-
I in team.
wasn't a total
Right.
waste of a week. But so this week we're gonna switch it up again and hope something hits. We're gonna keep those.
I'm literally in debt following these parlays.
Dude, you gotta fucking
Look!
bro.
You
Seven!
definitely shouldn't be in
Don't
debt
be doing that.
because we are still positive.
Yeah, we're still.
These are
We are still
not.
positive.
Also,
we are
this is not
$100.
gambling advice.
We are
man.
still positive. So you should not be in debt. But so we have wagered officially $100. Well, technically more this week because we did a 4-way.
Yeah.
But so the primetime parlay is a 4-leg parlay. Each of us pick a leg, and we hope for the best. So our $40 parlay this week missed, much like the rest of our $10 parlays we've had for the earlier in the season. We are still over $300 though, which is ideal because it hasn't been going great. So last week or the last couple weeks, we've been trying to keep it to just over unders versus money lines or anytime touchdowns, etc. Hasn't been very. We haven't been very lucky. So this week we are switching up once more, and we're each going to keep it simple. We're gonna do the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. And we're just gonna pick a money line. We're gonna pick an outright winner. So we're gonna do four games that we expect to win. I don't think
100%. You know they're gonna win this week.
you pick your locks. That's what it comes down to.
You pull out the list.
Because it hasn't been going. Whatever other method we use has not been working. So, who wants to start us off with a money line outright winner, like one of the parlay?
I'll take New Orleans over Carolina.
All right. Dabs.
Yeah. Let's go with I'm gonna go safe. Niners over Seahawks.
I am going to also play it safe. I'm going to take the Texans over the Jets.
There you go.
Yeah, something I was thinking about taking. So in that case,
I thought that was gonna be Janu's pick.
yeah, that's the safest one to be honest.
All right.
I knew that's what you were gonna say. That's why I thought you'd shout it out for the rooftops.
If you want to take that one, I'll take something else. I have another one in mind.
What are you thinking?
I'm taking the Broncos over the Chargers.
Yeah,
You
that
good with that?
There's just always that chance. I was seeing if there's a safer one this week.
Yeah, Detroit over Chicago.
Yeah, that should be, but I feel like it's not.
That's scary. That's a scary one.
That's
Like-
a divisional
I-
game. You don't want it.
Dude, I think that's less
Different,
scary.
Shit, bro.
Denver and Chargers scored 6 points last week.
Whoa.
Detroit over Chicago is so much safer than Denver or Chargers over Denver.
No, I'm taking Denver to win.
I know.
I'm not picking the Chargers.
Either way. That game's a coin flip, I think. I don't
Chargers
know.
Broncos? I don't think so.
Like, I really feel like Denver's going to win that game too. But I would not be surprised. I mean, it still is the Chargers. They still have all the. They should be winning games, so they might win this one.
Honestly, take Cleveland on the Jacksonville game because they are playing with a backup quarterback, and he didn't play all too well on the last game. Cleveland's got a really good defense against a starting backup quarterback.
Okay.
I take that one.
All right. So we are looking at money line bets. We are taking the Saints on the money line. We are taking the 49ers on the money line. We are taking the Broncos on the money line. And we are taking the Browns on the money line. $10.
Well, if y'all Houston, I'd rather do the Houston one. But
you want to do Houston?
I feel like that one's more of a lock, but
instead of the Browns?
Ones too, yeah. So if no one wants to change theirs, then I'll do Houston.
Okay.
Thank you. There we go.
Okay, so once again,
if Houston
Saints,
fucking loses, I'm going to be pissed.
Saints, Niners, Broncos, Texans. For those of you going in debt at home with the rest of us,
7.
$10 will win you $53.58 this week. So it's better than nothing.
I disagree, Brian. I think that Nico Collins and Schultz, when he comes back, and Noah Brown, they're enough. Obviously, Tank Dell's huge for them, but Nico Collins will get it done. He'll be a good target. Plus, the new backup tight end that they have is a baller, and he's going to put up points. So,
would you gentlemen consider yourselves gambling men?
Yeah. This year.
I'm about to send you $10 more to put on that. So
I'm not taking money this week. We're just doing.
No, yes, you are.
We're just trying to get back to normal.
How much is the payout on that?
$53.
Oh, that's kind of.
Bro, that's mid.
Yeah. So, I want to propose something deranged and delusional and degenerate, like we've been doing all season.
Oh, I love this.
It's only $10, right?
So we have a
What are we
leg money line parlay going right now. What if we take a fifth choice from the audience? We let the comments quickly decide a game for us to add a fifth leg to the parlay and boost our numbers a little bit. What do we think?
Ooh, all right, I'm down.
All right, the next task is getting Seven and Brian to agree on a game.
Green Bay over Giants, easy. Oh shit, we overlooked that game. That should have been one of our freaking games. We're supposed to pick pure winners.
I mean,
put it out to you.
If we add the Packers winning, that adds $20 to the bet. So $20 to the payout. Now, if we add something delusional like
Browns,
Titans,
what?
it adds $290 to the payout. So we're obviously not going to take that because that's not going to hit.
Yeah, no, Miami's whooping up on. Yeah, that's over.
So we could
They've already won.
So we could go from 53-58 to 71-14 with the Packers. So, and it looks like that's what these two decided on. So 5-leg primetime parlay, first ever. This is I swear we just keep adding to it every week. So we have the Saints, we have the Niners, we have the Broncos, the Texans, and the Packers. $10 will get you $71.14. All 5 have to hit. We have to hit or go home. So this is the week, gentlemen. We're going to hit it. We are going to be so back. And I believe if this one hits, we go over $400.
Let's go.
All right. I will have that placed tomorrow. You guys can look out for it in the Discord. Please remember not to gamble money that you cannot afford to lose.
Gamble responsibly, and this is not betting advice.
If anything, you shouldn't have bet with us. You really shouldn't. It's a bad idea.
We're losing.
Terrible idea.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You only have to hit once, though. You only have to hit once.
Yeah. 100% of gamblers lose before they quit.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. What else we got, gentlemen?
Not much.
I got nothing.
What'd you say, Dabs?
I got nothing.
I got nothing. Nothing. Oh, shit. Where'd my cursor go? Hang on.
It'd be so funny if the Titans actually did win this week.
Against Miami? No way.
Just saying.
No way. I'm more nervous about the Denver Chargers pick.
I don't know. I like it.
I do like it a lot. I think they can definitely do it. I just think the Chargers have so much more talent than Denver has, and so that's why I don't like the bet, because at any minute they can click and do what they're supposed to do.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah. This is why betting doesn't work as a living. For most people, at least. I know some people do it. Hats off to them. They got to figure it out or something. Yeah. Or they're luckier more often than they're unlucky. I don't know. But it ain't me. You know?
Yeah.
All right, boys. Any extra points? Let's get out of here.
I have nothing this week.
Cowboys win.
I'm always going to say go Cowboys. I liked them. I liked them last week. I hated the defense. I think they can do better, and I think they will do better next week. Go Cowboys. Let's go. Dabs, we are them boys, boy. Let's go.
I respect that.
Memphis freaking beat Denver last week, Devs.
Huh?
I know that I don't think you're a Memphis fan, but I know it's around the Tennessee area. So my friend, he's a Titans fan, so he was talking all about that, them beating the Mavs. Barely.
Oh, the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Oh, the basketball?
Yeah, I used to follow the Grizzlies because of Ja Morant, but he's a fucking dumbass. For real. Like, what? Did you know the story behind it?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
He got caught on like an Instagram live or Facebook live video with a gun, like flashing a gun.
He did it twice.
He did it twice. He got in trouble the first time, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And everyone's like, "Okay, you fucked up. You apologized. Okay." The motherfucker does it again. It's like, oh my gosh.
Damn.
What can he say after that? Like, people are like,
Seven knows.
You're not a gangster. You're don't pretend to be a gangster.
Feels good to be a gangster.
Man, it's dumb. Because I was a big Ja Morant fan, but not anymore.
Yeah. Interesting season of football. We got something to prove. We have to beat 49ers because of how they were trashing us. Micah's got the beef all on the internet, them talking shit, wearing the Cowboys
Twitter's great.
Eagle, rivalry and the playoffs back to back. It's like it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on over here. But yeah.
All right, kids.
It's fun seeing it.
Put them up. Oh, wrong hand. I got to do the other hand so I can actually click in.
My strong hand.
Later, boys.
Peace.